I think in my mind I say I never ever say nothing about this, but I have to mention it. Trust me. I have to mention it. There's a pastor on the television, well on the TV, on the YouTube. Him come with all sort of subject. All sort of thing. And him ridicule everybody. Him a ridicule. The last person I see him that ridicule was the one with him TD Jakes. But apart from that, him is the most righteous of all of the pastor them. At least him put himself that way there. Very righteous and arrogant, and I think him did have a little thing with my DJ Bridget name again. She that go remind me of us. Vegas, yes. Remember I could run in with Vegas. But here we know. Just accidentally, I run through my YouTube thing, and I see him come up, and I say underneath it, Rastafari, Selassie, I'm here a brethren, I look out against him saying, Philo, Haile Selassie and Bob Marley name. I don't know what him did say before, or if it's where him said this, or why the brethren I react to it. But one of the things them where him say, as some know to them people are just, anyway, one of the things them where him say is that if Haile Selassie was the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, him say Haile Selassie dead. That is where I try to emphasize now. Say Haile Selassie dead. And furthermore, if he was the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, according to what Rasta say, because him say it's a lie. It's a lie. Him just say it is a lie. Him is not no King of Kings and him not no Lord of Lords. Because it in the Bible say the King of the Kings and Lord of Lords is Jesus Christ. So him go and go say no. How is it that this divine person, this King of Kings and Lord of Lords, when Mussolini attacked Ethiopia, first of all, him said the United Nations. It wasn't a United Nation. It was a League of Nations. Haile Selassie got to the League of Nations. Figure beg support. Him say, fame Jesus, fame God. Wouldn't go on a League of Nations, a whole heap of fire and brimstone and thing would have come down upon him enemy them. Now, Mr. Jennings, I know say this is going to be now the main thing of when I say the whole day. You're not going to hear about nothing else when I say about this. Because we know the youth them stay. No, I say no, Mr. Jennings, watch you now. First of all, at 2,000 years, we don't say Jesus dead. 2,000 years. And every day we hear him so come. One, Jesus dead. But how him dead is really problematic. Because Haile Selassie went to the League of Nations because him want to tell the League of Nations that what them doing to a small country like Ethiopia is not supposed to happen. Him a call upon all the people them who's a member of the League of Nations to say what Italy is doing to him country, and them need to act, or else terrible things going to happen. Which terrible things going to happen, but not the part that we are talking about. Jennings say, for him, Jesus now go beg nobody nothing. Yet still, Mr. Jennings, I don't know who you is, I'm going to see you on TV, I don't know. Well, maybe now you're going to start to see me, you know. Start to see me, you know, look here. Jesus Christ, according to the Bible, and according to Christians, died one of the worst death any person can die in a Rome, in a Palestine. What happened? I say Palestine deliberately too. Mr. Palestine deliberately. What happened? He was given a crucifixion. He was crucified on a cross that was put there for the worst of criminals. And when he was on the cross, he was begging to come off the cross. Lord, forgive them for they know not what they do. If you can take this cup from them, make it gone, make it pass. He was begging according to the Bible. He was begging to come off the cross. Now, Mr. Jennings, if that man that you profess to be the Son of God and an extension God, how come him get nailed upon a cross and died one of the most gruesome death any criminal ever did in Israel? I don't know how you explain that. Because here you are and tell me now, say your God wouldn't have to go on a league. First of all, them never have no League of Nations there. That's the first thing. And you say United Nations, not the United Nation. Why you just don't do on the Rasta? Because we see the confusion for a long time, you know. That's why we move from it. We see the confusion from a long time, so we move from it. But don't come amplify the confusion by feeling that you have one over Rasta because Rasta God go a League of Nations to go plead the cause of people. That is what head of state do if you don't understand it. That is what head of states do. That is what people do. Protocol, you go to the organization that, just like how South Africa went to the International Court of Justice to plead the cause of the Palestinian people. Every government do that. Now, can you please explain to me how your God allow some Romans to put him on a cross and murder him? Put him on a cross and murder him. And then now, you're going to tell me now, say, my God is not no God. He is not no King of Kings. He is not the Lord of Lords. Because him go beg for help. Your God was begging for help. And nobody ever helped him. And when Haile Selassie plead the cause of the people of his country, let him say, you have struck the match in Ethiopia, and it shall burn Europe. And if the world had listened to Haile Selassie years ago, World War II would not have started. I want you to know that. We're there with you. So, you know, years ago, a big man write a headline in the paper, say, Rasta must start dreaming because Haile Selassie is dead. What that, all right, so Rasta dream because Haile Selassie dead. At 2,000 years, 2,000 years, people I believe in a man were dead 2,000 years. And them say I'm going to come back. You know what people dead in the 2,000 years until now? I'm not realize what I'm saying. I'm don't realize what I'm saying. So all the millions of people who believe in this man were dead 2,000 years ago, all them not stop believing in him. How them not stop believing in him? Them not stop believing in him because them think them going to come back. Them not stop believing in him because them since say him blood are going to watch them. These things. It's a madness. Now this man, Jennings, as he's called, I see him all the while, you know, and, you know, I just see him move up and down on the stage and all, talk still. Him talk some good things where I accept and believe in her. You know, there I hear my lick against the Christmas tree. But when him go say no, Haile Selassie is not the King of Kings. Who decides that somebody is King of Kings? No man. Who decides a man is a prince? No man. Who decide, say, you's mister, you's a doctor, you's a philosopher, you's a this? A man a decide that. You read how the Bible say, Jesus Christ is the King of Kings. You read in that Ethiopian history, say you have many kings in Ethiopia, but the emperor is the king of the kings, king of all the kings in Ethiopia. So I don't get it. Why that is really a problem. Maybe you should have tried to get into the philosophy and also the cultural expression of Rastafari, and then communicate it, and then say what I want, and I hear my brethren going, I don't know which part, Vegas is there, in I'm church or whatsoever, and them say, usher him out. Now, like when talk so much and him have so much monologue with himself, why him don't get some people who's have opposing view, like Vegas, for sure him say, you say what you say, and make me show you something. Remember Ian Bowen? Ian Bowen have a program, and him no uncle talk to the people, them him talk with the people, them. I'm a brethren. Because even though him try match me up a whole heap of time, when we done the conversation, them, when we come off of the TV, him cuss the man them and say, how come you make the rat man do this up on the TV? Because him know say, what me articulate of a legitimate philosophical truth. Now this man is a arrogant. And when I say him arrogant. Yeah, very arrogant. And I hear know him I say, I just have to go to the United Nations, the League of Nations, go plead the cause of him people. If he was the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, he would have bring down fire and earthquake and all these things. Then, when Jesus Christ is dead, him never do all of these things and save himself and save him nation. And I just never talk for himself, you know. He might talk for him nation. I'm nation he might talk about. When Jesus Christ is upon his cross, I'm self he might talk about, you know. Him want the cup pass from him. Him say, Father, Father, why have thou forsaken me? And when you look over him, he'll say, King of the Jews. Who did believe, say, I'm a king of the Jews in a them time there? Nobody never believe it. A Christian come say that. And most of the thing what them say about Jesus are Paul them follow. And Paul never know no man named Jesus. I hear about this man. So all the thinking, all the letters them are write to the Romans, the Galatians, the Ephesians and all these things. I know me I write it too. He might write to the Romans. He might write to the Galatians. All of them people there in a Turkey or Europe. Most of them is in Turkey. We used to call it Constantine. So, me don't know. I know so this is going to be the hallmark of today's program. Because we know the youth them stay, but I couldn't make it pass. I couldn't make it pass at all. It bothered me. It bothered me that Rasta them come. Rasta on the God dead, so what not deal with? Then tell me something. Oh, people say Jesus is God, him never dead. Why is it a problem? Why is it a problem? Idea. Who knows Haile Selassie dead? Who knows Selassie I dead? Come forth and tell me. We go at Jerusalem in the sepulchre. Why you look to a rebel? We go in the sepulchre to a rebel. We are a rebel and we look in there. And we see people are crowd and are gather and the stone where them put him upon. Them say Jesus the upon a stone. We see people come from all over the road and touch the stone and lay down upon the stone. You're supposed to get healed by the stone. And I bet you any money when them come back to them country where them come from, the sick person who they must chanting for on the stone, still sick and still have 1 foot. Because after this day, no Jennings or Jenkins or whatever, yes, can't tell me say, him get ill from a 1 leg and have him 2 legs. Historical references, very important and vital to the development of a people. Because you lose that chain link. If you lose that link, you're in a serious problem. You're in a very serious problem. And everybody else understand them historical link except we. Everybody, them understand all the other races, them understand the input. Look at the Chinese them when them come here. Them, you think them Lego them culture, where them know China, and them teach them picnic too. Yes, them teach them picnic. So when we have all only for European this and European that, and we have nothing to really identify with as a people, and even though, sorry, even if we have things to identify with as a people, we don't cherish it. We don't give it credence. You know, see it? We don't give it credence. That's why I always refer to this movie here, where the Mali movie where we see people get credence to this Rastaman, ganja smoking, locked-head, dirty Rastaman, will become one of the most famous Jamaicans ever. And them get credence to it. We have to wake up. Yeah, we have to wake up. We're sleeping too long. We're sleeping just too long. When we are going to realize how important our things is. Very important that we understand that, and especially the youth them. Yes. You know, I hear someone I sing say, from song, you know, say, nah, no friend. Yeah, not trust nobody and all them something there. It's a serious thing when you're there around people, other human beings, and you can't trust nobody. What a situation you live in now. What a situation. Some man has said not even him woman him trust. Well, may I tell you, when a man look on life that way there, he have to check himself. Chairman, I know every tune where you listen to, you're supposed to whine your bottom and go down and get up and everything. You have somewhere, the lyrics is very important. When I'm all Bob Marley about the rhythm and the lyrics, which one them feels are more important, him say the lyrics, because him write it, and him know why him write it. Him not just write lyrics. So when we hear all the sisters sing all them songs here, and the one before we hear A.J. Brown, and others where we really play. We not just play music on radio because we have music to play now. We have play because we want the people them listen. And if they want them move them body, I saw. But the most important part of when me I do I saw is to make you take a stock of where the artists them I say, where the musician them I say, whether it'll deal with the love of a woman or it'll deal with yourself, change your life, also. That is really what we are talking about. So, we're going to go back to her now. How much one's upon the corner with him dog them, with a cup in him hand, and a spliff in the other hand. How much one upon the corner teach, or how much in our conversation we can gather certain knowledge and understanding of things, no matter what the thing is. With the conversation there, we talk about pan the corner with the dog them. So we call one another dog. And then them blame Rasta. Rasta talk about daughters of Zion and Empress and king and queen and all them princess. Where another side come with dog and bitch and hoe and all these things. And people refer to it, bro God and all these things. Wow, me I tell you. Okay, so we have an interview here. We could see where we are work with you now. All right, the Director of Children and Family Programs, called it CPFSA. Mr. Warren Thompson. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
All right, so you have to give me everything about this thing, I know, right? The CPFSA, what
Yes.
it is all about, why is it that we should know about it, and just tell me tell me the whole thing, the whole 5
All
years.
right.
Yeah.
All right, so, the CPFSA is the Child Protection and Family Services Agency. Now, that is the agency with responsibility for children, children who are in the care of the state, right?
Yeah.
So, when a child is removed from a family, for example, when we talk about children who are placed in children's homes or foster care, children who are being abused, the responsibility falls on the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, to provide care for them.
Okay.
So what we're having today is our annual CSEC Cape Awards ceremony. When children come into care, a lot of people expect that, award of the state is going to not necessarily have the best educational outcome.
Mm-hmm.
But each year we do this award ceremony, one, to recognize our, our high achievers, as well as to make it known to other people that children who come into the care of the state actually do well. We have some of them who, pass 8 subjects, 9 subjects at CXC, and then go on to tertiary education, go on to the universities and the colleges that we have here.
Okay.
So, last year we had 170 children who sat external exams at CSEC or CAPE, the ones who went to sixth form. And we had maybe about, we had 9 who did other external exams, like City and Guilds, right? So today we are in person awarding 63 of them who passed 4 or more subjects. And then those who passed, the remaining 107 who passed less than 4 subjects, receive certificate of merit. So it's really just to recognize them for the hard work and to encourage them to keep working hard, to push so that they have a good outcome.
So where is this award taking place? Where
so today the award ceremony is at the Terra Nova Hotel.
Okay.
Yes. So as I said, we have 63.
And these youth come from a different place in Jamaica. How it go? Tell me how it go.
All right. So the awardees are coming from all across the island.
Yeah.
So in addition to recognizing the 63 of them, we're also giving awards for top boy and top girl for each region. So we are divided into 4 regions. That is our Northeast region, St. and St. Mary Poorland, the Southeast region, that is Keith and St. Andrew, St. Thomas, and St. Catherine. Our Southern region, Clarendon, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, and the Western region, Westmoreland, St. James, Hanover, and Trelawney. So in each region, we are recognizing the top boy and the top girl for each region, as well as recognizing a top boy and top girl overall.
All right, so it's a government agency or you get sponsors for it? Tell me.
Well, so the CPFSA is a government agency, but we do, we can't do everything by ourselves. So we do rely on support from private sector entities. Our main sponsors today are the Supreme Ventures Foundation, one of our long-standing partners, as well as the Jamaica National Bank, particularly the Youth Banking Division.
All right. If the children them come from all over the island now, how you go about selecting the best one from each place? Or what is the criteria for be the best in that place, best in that place, and best in that place?
So for like the top boy and top girl, so we look at the number of passes. So, and it's the number of passes within the year. So if a child, you have some youngsters who will go to school and they start doing CSEC subjects from grade 8, grade 9, grade 10. We don't count those passes. is the number of exams taken and passed within the specific year.
Okay.
So we're looking at all the exams sat in 2023, May, June exams in particular, in 2023.
Yeah.
And the child who would have had the highest number of passes at that sitting would have been awarded the top boy or the top girl for their region. Right.
All right. So,
yes, go ahead.
All right, talk.
No, man, I was going to explain the Cape Awards. So what we do, for the Cape Awards now, if we award the youngster after they have gone through 2 years of sixth form. So at the end of sixth form, we'll award them based on the number of passes. However, if the youngster is leaving at lower six, so they didn't go on to upper six, they leave lower six and they go on to tertiary education, we'll award them at that time for the number of passes. But the top boy and the top girl really is for the CSEC group.
Yeah. Right. All right, so we can ask you a question now.
Mm-hmm.
The ratio of boys to girls, which one you find that always come out more, the boys or girls? In the top boy, top girl.
I don't have the ratio to give
you. Don't have the data.
But we have mostly girls, passing and being awarded. So we do award the top boy and the top girl. But if you were here, you would see that we have more girls in the room than boys. I don't
know if you're dead if you study these things, but you could have given a little feel of why you think this is happening, because it's not only in that, but right across the nation. It seems
right.
The girls, them are the more active in all them studies. Why you think that is happening? Why you think that is happening?
Well, it's a number of things, I think we tend to encourage girls more.
By doing what? When you say what do by encouraging girls?
All right, so we are a little hard on the girls in terms of doing their homework, and the girls learn a certain kind of discipline, while the boys now, we say boys will be boys and we know the boys.
So we should have blame on then? We should have blame on no?
We say blame on, you mean the agency? I think that's
No, all of the agency who have boys and girls in the school, the teacher, them, the principal, them, because if you say boys will be boys. That no make
the parents in particular, because
girls will be girls.
Sorry again.
Girls will be girls. When you say boys will be boys, girls will be girls.
Well, which is true, But I think in terms of families, we put more emphasis on the girls doing well, and it may be changing now. When I say doing well, for a lot of families. For girls to achieve in life, they're going to need an education, while the boys can be hustlers. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean.
A lot of families think that the boys will manage, but the girls, their way out of poverty, or their way of not having to rely on a man is by pursuing education.
You make a point, this people, but seriously, when you check your ratio, the youth then need them education as well, not just the girls, because when time the youth them don't have that education, it led to a different way of thinking, way of life, and them have to go up and hustling a rampage, If you do a bag of thing in the street just to make a food, and trust me, it is unfair if you're gonna look at it like that. It's like the man is saying girls need it more than boy. No, I think it's equal. I think it should be equal. It should be equal. I'm not gonna degrade the boys or the girls. I think it should be equal. Everybody need to have an education, so everybody can get a decent job, and nobody have it on robber and thief and criminal and prostitute. Everybody need that, Everybody need to have a chance at education. This is the reason why education should be free. It should be, but the government them not look at it like that. But let's continue.
Yeah.
Right, and I think in terms of certain disciplines as well. So, the girls have to stay in the house and they have to do their homework. When the boys come home from school, they go play football. You understand? And not every parent is going to say, did you do your homework? So there's a certain kind of discipline that a lot of families instill in the girls that we don't necessarily instill in the boys.
So that is a cultural thing.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. But you want me to say something, Muta, if you look at the research, and I don't have the figures in front of me, but if you look at the research, when the boys do participate fully in education, they do very well. They do well enough. So the data doesn't show that girls outperform boys.
But that show by university and all this.
What we really see now is that when they get to a certain level, like when they start to get to about grade 9, the boys start to under participate. So you have a greater performance of girls when they reach grade 9, grade 10. You see more girls coming to school than boys.
So that is where the data shows. Really, that's where the data shows from 9 go. That means what? It means you still got to blame the family for that.
So I mean, when I say family, but the society, the culture in general.
Oh, the culture,
the culture. Yeah. I think we have to pay greater attention to ensuring that we put equal emphasis on education and the value of education for both boys and girls. And I mean, there's also a school of thought that boys and girls learn differently too.
Of
and
course.
I think, we structure our education system needs to account for that as well.
Yes. All right, let me ask you now. Is this evening is a function?
Yeah, man, it's going on right now.
All right, what is happening at that function apart from the award? Will there be a dinner, music, playing, Wooly Patak, politicians come there and say what they might say?
Yeah, man. So we had the junior minister in the Ministry of Education and Youth who gave her remarks. Our CEO of the Child Protection and Family Services Agency also, they're welcome and give some remarks. We had a guest speaker. So we had two things. We had a testimonial from a former ward of the state who was she completed her degree and she's a teacher now. She did very well. She talked about her experience, how she came into the care of the state and her experience going from different foster homes. And, the ways in which people poured into her and encouraged her and supported her towards achieving her degree. And as I said before, she's a teacher. She did very, very, very well. We also had a guest speaker who is another former ward of the state.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. She is currently enrolled in a master's degree program, working. And in fact, when she did her presentation, she talked about how her tuition and boarding and so on was covered by the state because she was a ward of the state. So, she expressed her gratitude for that, and she talked about her experience going in care, the challenges that she had with her own family, and just how she had to push. And she encouraged the young persons who were there just to keep pushing, because it's not these circumstances that you're coming from that define you. It's how you respond to them and how you leverage the kind of support that you have to do well. So the guest speaker did very, very well. And we had some light entertainment. We had a singer who did a couple of songs, but, and we had a keyboard player playing some lunch music. That was it.
All right. So we want to find out the last question I'm going to ask, right?
Yeah, man.
In other statistics that you just talk about, where when they reach a certain grade, the boys them start to back. What you feel can be done to alleviate that? And all right, how a person get into the state care, or a child get into state care? What them do to get into state care?
So a child get into state care if the child was a victim of abuse mainly, or the child was neglected or abandoned.
Okay.
So that is how the state steps in, and that child is usually, brought before the court for being in need of care and protection. So the government then takes responsibility for ensuring that care and protection is provided.
Mm-hmm.
So that is how the child comes into the system. Now, the question you asked me about what can be done to address the issue of the boys under participating after grade 9, that is a more that requires a response that it's very complex. The issue is complex. Okay. I'm not sure if I'll be able to respond to that today, but I think it's something that we need to focus on, both from policy side, community side. Yeah.
All right, sir. Well, give thanks, Virgin. Give thanks.
Yes, man. Blessings.
You make a know about the organization we are never real. Well, I went to, you know, the one down at the Catholic Church there, Holy Trinity, cross the road from, where the call it again? St. Mary or something like that, I don't know. That's not a government agency.
Which one is it again?
There is a care center. I think it's for mostly female though.
Okay.
Opposite the Cathedral Church on North Street.
Oh, you must have seen it. You must have seen it.
I don't think I must have seen it.
Yeah, I must have seen it.
Saying something of something. We'll go around there and a whole heap of pregnant young ladies around there. And they are in the care of that center.
Okay. So
that's not a government agency. That's not a government.
No, it's not government.
Catholic Church business that. Okay.
Right. So what we have in Jamaica, so we have 49 child care facilities. We're talking about children's homes and places of safety.
Yeah.
But the majority of them are privately owned. But they are regulated by
government.
So the government regulates them. So they have to get a license to operate.
Yeah.
The children are still our children, so they are assigned a children's officer. We have a team of monitoring officers that visit the facilities to ensure that the standard of care is being met. Right? Yeah. So they're still our children. It's just that they are in the care and custody of a private entity.
All right, we have to move now, Bridget. Give thanks, yeah?
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Yeah. All right, give thanks.